You're watching Business Week. It's now time to take this week's interview.
On Focus today, we are talking real estate, and the MD of Mixta Real Estate PLC, Kola Ashiru Balogun, is here with me. Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Eko.
Real estate issues, they are in different dimensions. And many people, when you talk real estate, they want to pick their belongings and then leave you not engaging in the discussion. What do you think that is wrong with the management of real estate in the Nigerian economy?
I think it's a misconception, primarily that real estate is just for the rich few. A lot of people don't see that they can own homes in Nigeria. I think, and it's somewhat the industry's problem, or we created that problem, and it's also the government's problem. I think it's a government's problem because we've not been able to create policies that the masses can own housing in Nigeria. So it's the real estate industry's problem because a lot of us are focused on the high-end side of the market and we've not tackled the affordable segment of the market.
So what policies could the government put in that will enable people to come around and own houses? I
think one of the first key policies that they've actually put in now is called the Family Home Funds, and Mixta is one of the partners within that project. Family Home Funds is the target is to create social housing for Nigerians. So they're starting with at least 10,000 housing units across the 6 geopolitical zones from this year. So it's something that I think we have to encourage the government more to enable such policies. It's going to be creating homes for, I know in Lagos, it's going to be from 7 million naira and above. So it's something that's never been done in the past few years, and it's something that is coming up.
We hear that there is high deficits of housing across Africa, Nigeria inclusive. Yes. How bad is this situation?
Well, I think the United Nations did an estimate of about 17 million people, 17 million houses, which is about the largest easily in Africa. But for us at Mixta, we even say, look, what is the effective demand of this 17 million? We estimated about 5 to 6 million. 5 to 6 million homes is still a lot of homes to deliver. So even if you're taking about 5 to 6 million home shortage, it's something that would keep the real estate business or the real estate industry busy easily for the next 20 years. So that tells you the magnitude of the problem.
But if we talk in terms of affordability,
yes.
Salaries, for instance, in Nigeria, very low. People earn pittance or peanuts. How can they afford decent houses?
I'll tell you something. So Mixta Africa also operates in other African countries. Other African countries that have lower income scales than Nigeria. But something has happened there is that they've been able to offer their citizens more, there's more home ownership, there's a higher home ownership rate in those countries. So I asked myself why. The reason is because there have been some kind of mortgage products. Buying a house is not give me 100% today and I pay tomorrow, right? It's a long-term project. It's one of the largest investments any single individual will make in their lifetime. So the problem in Nigeria that we have today is that you don't have the opportunity to reduce the rates, the mortgage rates. But for as long as the government, and that's what they're doing this with the Family Homes Fund, they can subsidize or help augment the cost of mortgage. So if I'm bringing the cost of mortgage down from about 20% to below 10%, a lot more people can afford it. So that misconception is that, oh, I don't have the money, I can't buy a house. Yes, you'll be able to pay 100% for the house today, but with your salary, you should be able to pay for your house about 20 years. And it's not any different from any other country in the world.
But do you think we will be able to change the mind of operators in governments and then the citizen also to key in and then make the thing a sustainable project?
I think we've changed it already. I think we're there. Honestly, I think we're there. The policies are there. It's in the budget. It's something that's already been created, but it's the execution that has been delayed. But I think once we go over this political season, the laws are there, the program will move out much more smoothly.
Okay, MD, let's leave it there. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
I've been speaking with the MD of Mixta Real Estate PLC, Mr. Kola Ashiru Balogun.